Hi, everybody. Let me connect this thing really quick, y'all. Hi, everybody. How's it going? We are going to get our topic up. Yes, I'm late, but I'm prepared. Late, but prepared. Late to the party, always. How you doing? How's life treating you guys? It's starting to get cool, isn't it? Just sorry, I was eating quesadilla, and here I am. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. It's almost 1 year. Literally tomorrow, make this podcast 1 year. One whole year. Can you imagine? Disclaimer, let me apologize in advance. My kids are here, they're up. So if you hear little kiddos in the background, that's why. But they're here and they live here and I live here. So I can't hide from them. Hmm. How was your week? Who's ready for the election? Y'all ready? Y'all better go tell your people there that Felicia Fifi is live. Okay, 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 okay. Fifi is live. Y'all ready? Y'all better go tell your people there that Felicia Fifi. Yeah, I'm trimming on that. Ah, clip off, lane. Y'all go tell your friends, my friends are best friends. Go tell your friends that your friend is online. Go and tell your friend that Fifi is live. Oh, Lord. You guys, it's the weekend and we are vibing. Okay. Okay. Happy Saturday. Am I the only one here? Come on, y'all fix that. Fix it. We already been here for a year now. Y'all, I'm disappointed in you guys. This is how you treat me. I don't know how to sing though, but hey, the little one I know, let me do it. This is how you do me. This is how you treat me. We should be closer together. This is how you treat me. This is how you treat me. Oh, you guys are gonna talk about me again? Hey, I'm gonna get by. She fits. What she says she's doing. One person watching. How you doing? If you keep me caught me dancing, I'm crying. This is how you treat me. Yep, be sharing my show. I remember when I first posted that I was gonna start a show. Everybody and their grandmama said they was going to be part of it. We got you. We will support you. And like I need to do some type of drama in my life so you guys can start watching. God forbid said, we stay who we are over here, okay? We don't be changing for the trains. But welcome to the Saturday edition of Let's Talk with Miss Fee. Today we're talking about those past memories that we still cherish but might be detrimental to our relationship. Some of them, some people are very vocal with their memories, some aren't. So let's talk about it. Somebody told me they're like, Well, the person was nice, so why should I not talk about it? Some memories are good, but then I feel like people play these funny games. If the previous partner is no longer alive, then people think it's okay to talk about it. What do you think? You guys were in fall, my favorite season. I'm excited for all the fashion of fall, the lipstick, the dark shades, and those sweet perfume. I'm so excited for fall. That's when I wear my signature perfume because that's when you can really, really, really smell it. Not from a far distance, but when you come closer, you're like, beefy. What's up? So I'm talking plenty here. I'm about to share the show. You don't mind my late wig I put on my hair. I'm supposed to do my hair today, but I got caught up with a lot of things. Yeah, when you have one day off, you have so many things to do. Hey, Riverside Pro, welcome to the show. Today we're talking about Sonya Manyamatini. Let me get started real quick before my kids start jumping all over the place. We're gonna share the show. You guys, tomorrow mark our 1 year of the show, but on the 7th, I was actually gonna do this whole thing on the yes for tomorrow, but my schedule couldn't permit me to do a whole lot, so I'm pushing for the 7th. 7th? I'm pushing for the 7th, so hopefully we can get something going for celebrating us being live for 1 year. I cannot imagine that I actually been doing this stuff for a year. That is crazy. If you had asked me a few years ago, I'd tell you, oh, no, 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 no. We are not doing that on Facebook. But now, when I don't come live, I actually miss you guys. It is addictive. Coming live is kind of addictive. I think it is, but I am balanced, so I feel like I would have been coming live to you guys at all times too. So, join me today. Let's talk about this. There are some memories that we have from previous relationships that are very helpful in our current relationship, you know? But it's the way we communicate those, I think. Um, it can be detrimental to your relationship. So, you guys, let's share the show. Let me share really quick, please. I don't know where all my people are. Only River Says Pro is here. And like River Says Pro, me and you coming to be running this show. We're about to kick all of them to the curb. We have passed 1 year. We passed tomorrow make us 1 year. By the grace of God, we've been a little bit consistent and it could be worse, you guys. It could be worse. I could literally ghost on y'all. But we're here, we're making it. So let me get my girl Anna. Um, very soon in the next 2 weeks, you guys, I am going to be homeschooling my kids for a little bit. Um, it's been a very tough decision coming, but we've decided, which means you will see me more online. Um, I'm going to be sharing some of the videos of things I'm teaching now. I'm doing a full setup in here. It's gonna be a whole daycare going on because I was blessed enough to be able to, have some flexibility with my schedule and my job. And I am super, super grateful that the company I work for really do care and is allowing me to do it. Not only is it good for me, but it's good for our household, our finance, because we've been breaking the bank to put both of them in school. But I'm still gonna have someone come out to, kind of like teach them because my son is kind of like ready for pre-kindergarten. So we are getting a teacher to come, but I'm mostly going to be the teacher. So you guys will be seeing me more on here. some of the activities they'll be doing. I will share that with you guys. I am super grateful that I get to have flexibility to do it. I'm super excited. On the 15th, that's when we start classes in Fifi's house. So, you guys, I'm sharing this show while I'm talking to you. So please, 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 I beg you, oh, I beg you, kapaye, kapaye, kapaye. You're kind of that song been stuck in my head. How do you take out a song from your head that is stuck? Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm sharing the show. I'm inviting people. Someone laughing. Someone laughing. Who's laughing? That song is stuck in my head, Bobby. I've been listening to it all week. I literally have it in my brain, like it's embedded in the back of my brain. Thank you, River Says Pro. 1 year we've been going. So now I'm about to be super strict because you're about to see a whole lot of me because I'm about to be um on here. Well, during the week when you see me on here, this is not Miss Fee. This is her classroom. I'm gonna be teaching two littles very soon, and then I'll have that flexibility with work where I could do some work at home. And I am officially excited. It has been long coming. I've been begging for this, and they finally allowed me to do it. I'll be managing my team from home, and then I still do have to go on site, but you guys, I'm super super excited. I did this before, but that's when I actually worked with the CDC. I was on the team that was checking the safety of the vaccines. So when I had that job, that was amazing, and I was at home. I used those opportunities to actually have my babies, and then I got very very bored and tired, and I wanted to go back to the office, and then I got back there, and I'm like, no, I actually miss being at home. So super, 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 super excited. Super excited. But let's get to it. Happy first anniversary to us and the many, many more to come. Hopefully, as we add years, we're adding more growth and thing. I think when I started this podcast, we were literally at, let me see what follow, how many follow we had. I took a screenshot of that. We had about 2,000, 2,000 people following up, and now today we have 4,210 followers. I think there's more, but I'm not sure what be happening to them, because before I have 4.5, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, I think that's a really good growth, especially with us not being too consistent. No, Renaissance Pro, not the CDC in Liberia, CDC US, the the health department. Please. I was a subcontractor for them here through an entity that I work for. But it was a nice, nice project I did with them. But not the one in Liberia. Not Liberia CDC. I don't even know anybody in it. You know that you want to hook me up? I want to get a job in Liberia. Who wants to hook me up? I want to move. I'm moving into Liberia. I'm tired with US. I am tired with the USA. Okay, somebody get me a job. I heard Joseph Boyka is hiring. I heard Liberia is better than America now. I want to be part of that team. Not the CDC. I want to be part of what's Joseph Boyka party name? You're about to cuss me out here. What's Joseph Boyka? President. Let me not just call that man. Put some respect on his name. President Joseph Boyka. What is his anybody who know his no actually I don't want a job in Liberia, you guys, I'm joking. UP, yeah. I want a contract with UP. Who wants to hire me? Y'all hire me. Let me teach your team in Liberia about something. What would I teach if I went to Liberia? Actually, I know a few nonprofits groups that are going to Liberia and doing a lot of UP Unity Party. There you go. I know Rosa Pro is here. He knows. Y'all connect your girl. Tell them you got a talk show host, and she's a healthcare management and my resume is very fat. It's good. I can send over my resume to you. I've had a few experiences, and I manage a whole. I'm not to put my whole credential out here, but yeah, I do. And then I'm about to have my master's in public health, you guys. So I'm excited, and also project management. I almost done with that course. So I can't wait when I'm done so we can be chilling out here and your girl is gonna go as far as getting her doctorate. So we're y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me. A lot of things. We're working on a few things. We're working on a few things. But yeah, let's get to the show. Today we probably won't take too long because I have a lot to do here, working on some few items for work too. But you're welcome to Let's Talk with Miss Fee. I saw 4 people watching and then they disappear. What happened to y'all? Y'all don't like I don't like grateful. I don't like um good topics. Y'all just like drama. My people then y'all like drama. Drama, drama, drama. Why I like drama business? Y'all want me to get you drama? When I was talking about my peanut butter grape. Everybody was in the comment section. Now I'm talking about stuff that is affecting us as young adults and things like that. And y'all don't want to come. Y'all supposed to be flooding on this page right now. Let's talk about y'all don't like me. Y'all don't like me. Y'all be true. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me that talk show is not for me. But anyways, you guys, I've wasted enough time. I've been able to share the show. Welcome to Let's Talk with Miss Fee. My name is Felicia. I am your host. If you're new here, we say welcome, welcome, welcome. Over here, we talk about all things social life, anything that affecting your day-to-day life, anything that those uncomfortable conversation that people don't want to talk about. We talk about things that people are not mostly interested in, but they should be talking about. We learn here. We share our true thoughts on topics and things that are important to society as well. We welcome any topics that you guys are interested in, but we're mostly family based. We want to encourage young family productivities in your home. And how do we talk about, study have shown if you talk about things more, you become aware and learn from it. Hey, Anna, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? How you doing? How the girls?
Hi, Ash. Hi, Auntie. Hi,
Hi,
Auntie.
baby. Your birthday's coming up.
Yeah, my birthday is March. No, it's mine. No,
No.
mine.
Oh yeah, that's Ariel's birthday, not yours. Yours is
Stop
March.
that. Stop that.
Welcome the girls to the show. I hope you guys had a great week. All right, so today we're talking about the topic just went away, but let me look at my notes here. I've been making little notes for you guys. I already shared the show, and I will encourage you guys to share as well. Let me pin the link in the comment section. Peterson is watching. Thanks for watching. I know Saturdays are not too good for you to join, but we're grateful that you're watching. Shout out to River Says Pro is here too. Where the rest of them? Where they at? But let me pin the link in the comment section and then we get started, you guys. Sorry. We're probably gonna be here about 45 minutes to an hour. I don't want to stay too long because I have a few things I'm working on. So today we're talking about the topic set is it Is holding on to past memories from previous relationship harmless, or can it be detrimental to current relationships? Anna, you good? So, in my opinion, it goes both ways. It depends who and what and how are you expressing these memories? Are you, how do I put it? First of all, before we jump into it, you guys, please, please, please share the show. Um, I know Peter's saying, I know, especially us doing this so early now. Before, a lot of people wanted us to do it early. Now that we do it early, we don't even get the group. I think when we did it late, when we did the show late, we had quite a lot of people on here that was engaging. But now that so I'm starting to think my viewers are not just those group in Liberia, is people in the US that are actually viewing us. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Should we go back to our late night show, or because we have to get something set in stone.
Late
Instead of
nights are
us.
better. At least my kids will be in bed.
That's what I figure, because that's when I can put my kids to bed, and then we can have a late night show. But everybody kept requesting for us to do it early, and now I'm doing 5:30, and it's like, where are
I
you
think you're
guys?
the host. You should do what's convenient for you.
Mom,
Right, late night is convenient for me because all my kids are sleeping, and that's just time for me. And then we can even go as far, however long we want to. But my husband think early is better. But then now I'm seeing a lot of you. Welcome to the show, you guys. If this is your first time, we want to say welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you haven't, so today we're talking about is holding on to past memories from previous relationship harmless, or can it be detrimental to your current relationship? And if you would like to join us, we have the link pinned in the comment section. You're more than welcome to come and share your thoughts on this topic. Again, we're not relationship or family experts. We're just here to share our thoughts and understanding of the topic that relates to us, or we just share our opinions. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, let's jump into it. So, Anna, what do you think? Do you think it's detrimental to have those memories? I think it depends on the memories. What do you think? I think she's a little busy, so let me get started. I think memories are really great for people to hold on to. Sometimes it depends on how we share those memories. Are you sharing the memories um when you're angry? Like the time, there should always be time. You should be aware of the timing, the place, and who, right? Um, Being aware of who you're sharing these memories to. Let's say in your current relationship, are you sharing it in a negative aspect? Like, are you telling your friends, oh, when I was with my ex, he used to do X, Y, and Z, and this is what I missed? And is that information getting back to your partner? Um, like before everybody came on, what I was trying to say is what I've noticed is when that previous partner is someone who's deceased, it seems kind of okay with society that you hold on to those memories. But if that individual is still alive, it seems like it's not okay for you to hold those memories. But in my opinion, memories are what builds you up. It's kind of like your life history. You're reading them, and that's what really determine who you are and how you um, react to certain situation. For example, since we're on the topics of family life, you're in your relationship and your partner is someone who really likes to put himself first than you. And you as a person didn't really communicate that with him or her, saying that, hey, I like for my partner to put me first than themselves. Like basically not be selfish. And then maybe you were used to being in a relationship with another partner that always thought about you first before they even thought about themselves. For instance, if you're going out, you rather find your shoes, or like, I'm just giving you guys those little example of things that could really, really, um create some type of problem, because someone could be feeling some type of way, especially if your partner is still alive, and you're saying, oh, when I was with my ex, when I was, sometimes it's almost like, I don't know, I feel like memory, it depends on the type of memories. If it's memories where it's positive, that will help grow your relationship, in my opinion, yes, it's okay, but it depends on how you're sharing that memories with that person. Or are you in the middle of something where your partner would feel some type of way, and you're talking to them about it, and like they're not present? Like, you have to be cautious about how you share those memories, especially if it's with a colleague that maybe your partner is feeling insecure about certain things, and then now you're sharing it with someone that, when you were in your previous relationship, X, Y, and Z was what makes you feel happy. And now that this other individual you're with is not fulfilling that, it makes you frustrated. So it's almost like you're living in the past, instead of you actually trying to figure out a way how your current relationship can help to get you to where you need to be satisfied in that relationship. Instead, you're living in the past. So I'm kind of both way. Yes and no. It depends on what it is you're talking about. You guys, let me go to my notes. What I wrote down. You guys, I have a lot of kids' noise in the background. I apologize in advance, or I just apologize to you guys. So let me pull my notes over here about on this topic, what I wrote on here. Let me check now. Anna, do you have anything to share? So do you think holding on to past memories from previous relationship harmless, or do you think it can be detrimental to the current relationship? Anna,
Can you hear me?
huh?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said I think it can go both ways.
Right.
You can hold on to a past relationship that was, for example, like someone that died. I really cared about you and treated you well. You know, like remembering that will also help you
Hmm.
see your other marriage and see if that's where you want to be. It also helps you compare two things. You know, they say you can never know that grass is green on the other side unless you try something different, right? It helps you appreciate other things. Now you can, if you have a relationship that was bad before and then you come into a worse relationship, you realize that it's bad for your relationship, because then you're comparing someone that was better to you and is still alive, and there's a possibility that you can go back to the old person. You know, so I think it goes both ways. But it's definitely good to compare two things before you decide to settle, because if you bring an old relation, if you bring an old memory from an old relationship into your current marriage, your current relationship, it can cause issues. But also, it's good to compare two things. It can help you recognize a toxic relationship from a good one. Can you hear
Thank
me?
you. Yeah, I can hear you. I just muted myself because the kids were making noise. Absolutely. So let's just look at it now. I pulled my notes up. Is that positive
Another
memories can, huh? Go ahead.
another thing that I want to share is that when you look at old relationships or old memories of old relationships, you can also use those things to better your current relationship.
Right.
You know, for example, if you and your other your ex spouse or your ex boyfriend, girlfriend, you guys just go out to fun adventures. You meet a boring man, you can incorporate that into your current relationship. Now, I would say that people need to learn to bring only positive things from their previous relationships into newer relationships, but not mention to the new person that, oh, me and this person used to do that, because it can cause a lot of comparison and things in a newer
Yeah.
relationship. So it's good to incorporate the good things into the new relationship, but don't mention, oh, I used to do this with this person. I used to do this with this person. It
Right.
comes off like you're comparing your two spouses. Oh,
So basically, knowing how to use the right verbiage, like, or just picking the right term, right?
yeah.
Okay. So Riverside Pro said, if the memories with your ex is being genuinely talked about, at some point it's cool. But if you are doing it to make me feel guilty, that's a problem. And I think
I,
a lot of
I
women do
disagree with
that.
that. A man
Yeah.
can, you can have an open relationship, an open conversation about your past relationship, and the man will use it against you. That's a lie. Men know how to use, use your ex to blackmail you. Don't even try it, my dear sister. Don't do it.
So you know how some people badmouth their previous relationship to make the current person feels like they're doing great. Don't you think that's some of the memories too?
I don't know.
Like, he was such a horrible guy. He was such this X, Y, and Z. Like he couldn't do this. No, and this is something like nobody will ever leave a relationship and they left on a good term and badmouth it. It's always people that left on a bad term that always have all the negative things to say, but then you're sitting there wondering. When I hear people doing it, I'm wondering, like, okay, why didn't you talk about this when you were actually in the act of it? Why now, so that kind of make it sounds a little bit fishy to me. Like, I'm doubting it because there's your truth, it's that
Yeah,
person's truth, and the actual truth that really happened. So
exactly.
will we ever get to talk to that person to get their side, and then we can make our own judgment from there?
Yeah. So I have a question for Riva says Pro.
Yeah.
Let him be very honest. If your wife talks about her ex, even if it was a genuine talk, won't at some point you use it against her? Won't you make a statement and say, isn't that the same thing you did with this person? You will say that. Be honest with you. So I don't agree.
I
I
think human
totally
being. Well,
disagree.
he said if the memory with your ex is being genuinely talked about, like maybe saying, "Oh, I remember, in my past we used to go to this place, but I enjoy having this adventure with you instead of that person." Don't you think that's a positive turn to that?
That's your view comparing the person to the past
So
situation.
you're saying that's comparison. It shouldn't happen.
At some point, you say, "Isn't it you that went to this person to this place? Now I'm inviting you somewhere. Now, if it was him, you would up and go." Those kind of comments, please.
Yeah, Riverside Pro said he's gonna come up. So Peterson said, I think it is good to discuss your past memories, but it is not good. It is not a good one to do comparison, that's what Anna said too. Memory discussion should be different to a comparison. Absolutely. Absolutely. For me, I think the rule of all thumb, don't talk about it unless somebody asks.
I agree. And another thing, one second, please. Another thing that I'll say is that I don't think that when you discuss your past memories, men like that very much. They would agree with it because at that point they're trying to listen, but at some point they will start bringing it up when you guys have differences or you guys have arguments. They'll say,
Right.
"That's how you were doing this to this person." I definitely think that's not about the comparison or it's not about the sharing memories. When you start sharing memories about things, those are memories are good times. Past memories are good times with someone else. I don't
Right.
think it's supposed to be disclosed. in a new
Right.
relationship, but you should definitely incorporate it from your past. You don't have to mention that this is what I used to do with this person. You can mention you used to do those things, but you don't mention that it was with that person. Men don't like
Right.
that. They'll pretend like they do and use it against you.
So just I'm gonna get off topic a little bit, just a little bit, right? So I watched this, the new trending question. That's why I was like, shoot, I'm so glad we're not in the dating world anymore because it's really crazy these days the things you hear people ask. So people are not asking for like body counts, and then it's like I feel like that's a slippery slope because a man will ask you that, and then when you say it, then they look at you in a different light. So then, do you want the truth, or you just want to ask question? Um, you just want to ask question just to ask. Loretta said, "God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you." Um, Somebody's watching. She said, "God bless us." God bless you too. Thank you. Um, So I was just thinking that I honestly think, like, discussing past memories, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think there should be a moment where you actually scratch all that, like, just talk about it and be done with it. But if you're dwelling on it every now and then, I think there's something missing that you regret in your previous relationship, in my opinion. Because if it's just kind of like an innocent conversation, like you're doing something, and then you remember, it's like, oh wow, like you don't really have to share that out loud. That could just be in your own memories. But if it's something where it's like, I honestly think women are guilty of this. Like when they're angry, they will use I think I posted it, Riverside Pro. Let me post the link again. I think women are very, very fond of, with the whole memories things, whether it be good or bad. I think women just don't know when to share those past relationship memories. Like they use it at their convenience. Like for instance, if your partner was doing something that you didn't like, a woman will probably be like, "Oh, my ex never used to do this." Kind of like, like just throwing those little jabs at the current relationship. River says, Pro, I just posted it on again. Let me pin. Actually, I don't think I pinned it. Let me pin it. You know, that's why. That's why we need to have it. I think, women are very, very fond of doing that. And we don't know when, like the where, when, time, place to do that. But if we're looking at, there are some positivity in sharing those positive memories, right? So positive memory can be beneficial, and it can help strengthen your sense of self and your ability to have good relationship, because it's basically telling you that you're learning from that experience to become a better person for a relationship. But a negative memories can be detrimental, because holding on to negative memories from your past relationship can lead to emotional baggage like fear, anger, or resentment, which can make it difficult to maintain an emotional balance in your current relationship. Let's say like somebody who was abusive, and you haven't gained any therapy or like got healed from that, and now you're like in your current relationship. Every time, like for my relationship, we're very jovial. We play a lot of really tough jokes that I think if we both were not at a mental state, I don't think some people would be able to handle it, because sometimes like it's not anything like rude or anything, but it's just we're very serious. Kind of like the joke we were playing about my food. Like my husband make a lot of jokes about my food when I cook it. And you guys, I cook really good, so nobody just say anything. I cook really good, but I make up a lot of things and I make it, and then he'll create names for it. So if you're someone who your previous relationship, your partner was someone who was very abusive, when you make certain things, they'll take it and waste it on you and say things and do name calling, then that might be a negative impact to you. That's a memories you don't want to remember. And if something happened, you might want to not be part of that. Hey, Riverside Sport, welcome to the show.
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Good. Um, We're glad you can join today. We don't know where all the other people are. We come and kick them out. We want you now that she knows them.
Yeah, we need consistency now. So
We
one year
do, we do.
anniversary fee, 1 year anniversary fee gonna start setting down some markers, start making some any
Yes, on
delinquency.
ground rules.
Yeah, we gotta start writing people off for either lateness or not showing up.
Not
Eh,
showing up. Even the host, y'all can write the host up.
yeah, but this is a great topic. I got the people in the back here. One of them shaking their thing. So just in case you're here, all the
It's
little ones.
okay. My own ain't
Yeah.
here too.
So, but yeah, this is a great. Hey, Hannah, how you doing, Hannah? Hey, so
And now mama live.
yeah, so this is a great topic. Thank you very much.
Thank
Like
you.
the comment I wrote. There's a song. Let me sing small. That's
I
one
was
of my
just thinking Lola today
yeah
will be singing right
yeah.
now.
This song is by Don Williams. I love country.
Uh,
He said, some broken hearts never mend, some memories never end, some
I think
tears.
I know that song.
Yeah, so some memories will never end, fee. So you can't,
Yeah,
there are some memories that people keep that I don't care what happened. I don't care whether you are in a new relationship, whether you meet a Prince Charming, maybe your
Yeah.
ex is gone, maybe you still, there are some memories that you still, talk about when it's necessary, right?
yeah,
But remembering when you are, because a lot of women they nitpick things, like we were saying, if you are doing it to agitate me, or you are doing it in
yeah,
that comparison mode, where he used to do that one for me, the man used to, like you were talking about some things, finding your own shoes and feet. Those are the kind of things some of the modern women will go after. Oh, but now John finished finding my shoes. In 5 years, shine my shoes. He will do this to me. Now I'm like sitting there, we men, we are like well, what's the red word? We are like well, we like alpha, we like domineering, we
yeah.
want to
Alpha
take charge.
male.
Yeah, we want to take charge. So if you there compare me with the other guy, like, oh, the guy used to do this and I'm not doing it. Now what you doing? It's kind of like I, I don't want to say self-esteem. I already got my self-esteem, but I try to
Yeah,
find a right word. But you kind of like making me feel like I'm not doing much. I'm not putting enough in it. So, it kind of it kind of break people down. So, I'm in this class is like yeah, the Bible, from my church where you graduate and then you get to be like a parole officer. I mean, like you work with it as a chaplain to the
yeah,
prisoner. So this guy, the teacher, the big white guy, he was talking about his ex. He said, the school his wife graduated from, she went there to a program, right? And
yeah.
guess who was the mother and who was heading the program? His wife's ex. I said, damn, Pastor man, I
Right.
will not let my wife go over there. I said, come on. But he said, yes, she went and you could hear that. Look, he ain't wept together for, I said, almost 3 decades. But he was saying before he went to go, he said, oh, I'm going to pray because she had a memory about that guy too. He was a nice guy. According to the guy, they were in school and things. You know how high school, but things didn't work out because the only reason they left from the ghetto fee because the guy moved. He went to I think Illinois somewhere, and then
Right.
yeah, miscommunication. So there was yeah, the other guy, the new husband president. Oh well, she said he was sweet. I said, oh man, give me a break. Don't make me walk out of this place. But then yeah, he said the wife went there, and she came back, and then she was saying, well, it's been a long time, and I just see him. But I love you more. We've been together, and I'm just sitting there and thinking like, well, I don't know if I can stomach such thing though. But men are different. But yeah, yeah. So I think, and so sometimes when those memories are meant for the past, for positivity, to bring
Yeah,
growth in our relationships. Oh, he and myself used to do this. This is how we solve certain problems when we went through these difficulties. Then I'm getting a picture because it is meant to enhance our home, to enhance our relationship. But if you are doing it in a way that you keep trying to make me feel guilty that I'm not being sufficient enough, I think that's where the problem comes about. But there's nothing wrong with memory. There's nothing wrong with keeping memories. There's nothing wrong with. And the question I want to ask you before I leave you,
Uh-huh.
talking about memory, talking about a photo now. Okay, so photo memory fee. Will you keep such photo memory? I don't know. You still got album. No, we probably
I
still old school. We got one big album.
I
I'm
do
guilty of the photo
actually.
memory, but I don't share it.
I
Eh?
do.
it's
I have
it's
photo.
not
I have a
appropriate
lot.
to keep memories like that, but we
Uh-huh.
had a life before we met, so don't tell me to
Right.
delete my pictures because so you just don't have to disclose it with your family, your new partner. But why do
Wait,
you disclose
I'm
those are
gonna
memories that
disagree though.
Wait,
when you
Anderson, you
delete
gonna
it,
keep the old
then
photo
you
of,
forget about memories that when the poem of the it reminds you of stuff. My sister is telling me that you're supposed to delete all the memories of the old guy and all the like. You're not keeping those memories on your phone because you and the guy are something, but it reminds you of good things from before or
hmm.
good experiences that you have experienced. He happens to be in the picture. I don't believe in deleting my
Remember,
pictures
that
before me and you are
said no
in a
way.
new
No,
relationship. That's why I will not share it with him, but I'll keep my pictures.
but Anna,
So
it
what if
was
he come across it
Anna, it
though?
was if I mean, it even become worse when he goes and kind of maybe you're looking for maybe something lost. Oh, why the money now? Yeah, the man through the album and see it, and then it become worse. Seriously.
Oh man. So
River
let me
says,
tell you guys, I have
River,
so I had go ahead, Anna.
no, River says, Pro said something to me and I didn't hear.
No, the network, his network ran out. I think he'll come back
No, I
on.
said
We lost you there.
who me?
Yeah, the network, we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, but then let me go back. Okay, I think I might have to go back on the phone though. I don't know. I'm on a
Yeah, we
laptop. I
can
don't know
hear
what's
you
going
now.
on.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay, y'all can see me. Y'all can see me as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so
Oh no.
and I said,
I think you have to come back on. It keep going
okay,
in
so
and
Yeah,
out.
get off and then come back in.
okay,
Yeah, you
sure,
want
sure I will.
okay.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
that's a good one. Like pictures. So let me tell you, I still have my prom pictures. And Anna, I think you know about this. I told you about the person I went to prom with, and then we lost contact.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like something that never ever started or even ever finished, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you have to keep that picture because why would I throw my prom picture away? Right? You know, those are memories that you want to hold on to. And then even if it's someone that you were with in the past, let's just say, you know how we used to like traveling a lot, right? Let's say we went somewhere with someone and that's a place that you want to remember. So do you delete the pictures?
That's
I,
exactly what I'm saying. So my sister is here saying that what about pictures of you and the other person being intimate in those pictures? You should you keep it? Would you want him to have those same type of pictures? And I'm like, well,
well, the intimate part of that one,
what I
that's
don't
too
know won't
much.
kill me.
That one is too much. River says, "Look, I may have a heart attack, Jenna."
Yeah, but yeah.
You heard the last one. You hear the last one. What
What
if
she
we have
said?
intimate pictures? Intimate pictures. Should we
Oh,
keep it?
oh no, oh no.
I think for intimate pictures, as long as I don't see it, we're okay. But if it's still in your phone, then we have a problem.
What if the person has it though? Those are memories for them. They're keeping it.
I mean, look, I don't know. Look, I might be able to tolerate. I might be able to tolerate maybe high school reunion, maybe some kind.
Oh, oh, what's his name's coming on?
You know,
I know
yeah,
you're dying over there.
when it comes to the intimate one, and I mean, it's a no no because what it does is, look.
Hello.
Hey,
I'm
Peterson.
getting,
Happy
I'm
birthday.
getting you.
Yeah, because they say Labrador, no Labrador got a problem. They say, "Oh, fire throwing hard to catch." So
And how?
yeah, so
That
those
that one there, I don't think it's good for somebody to see
We
you.
brought Peterson on that one trip.
yeah, Peterson, my man, I hate that they put up about keeping old memory for one thing now.
Yes, so actually, members are very good. To be frank,
Yeah.
sometimes people, when you look at it, if from the angle at which you are looking at that memory, we look at it from the angle of building your relationship, you will really have a very good impact, whether both bad or good. But when you look at it from the comparison angle, then of course you'll be putting yourself into very bad book. If you want to compare a memory from the bedroom with the memory of the current bedroom, then I don't know. It's a very very bad one that you may it may strengthen some people. It may take some people off the line, and it brought down to where you see relationship can never be good for another person. Like you be jumping from Mary to Martha, from Peter to Paul, because you are in search of that memory you had when you were coming up. So when you comparing a memory to build your relationship, you will not be looking at that one day. If you think you want to use that as a yardstick to build a relationship, definitely you'll be breaking your relationship up. The first thing is, as you grow older, that particular area start changing. The entire atmosphere start changing. What you used to do, like you feel happy before, by the time you go into that place, you just feel like, I'm tired. I mean, you will not even get to understand yourself. So these are not a very good way to keep that memory, to do it for comparison, but to build a memory, or to share a memory for building your relationship. For example, let's say you have a memory with, I don't want to say your partner, let's say your mom, and your mom kept telling you something when you were coming up. One day you're going to be a married woman, and your husband may want to eat from you. Now everyday children, hey, you go cook the food, you go do this one. Your husband may want to eat from you. Without word from your mom and training you to prepare that special dish, it builds a relationship. Whenever the man tastes that food, say, but who cooked today? That would be the first question. Who cooked today? Oh, see, I that myself cooked today. That's a different. Some sort of memory is going to build your relationship and doing things the other ways, but it's not good at all to compare your memory, to pick and choose. That will be breaking your relationship.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Um, but we were just saying, right? So for me, when I went to prom, I have my prom pictures with whoever I went with, right? And
Mhm.
I still have that picture in my high school, college album that I have. And I think when we were moving the boxes, I never brought that album out. So my husband saw that picture. He's like, "Who's
We,
that?"
I know, right? Who's this?
I said,
Is that my little sister?
I said that was from prom.
Uh,
I said, oh yeah, man. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what type of memories women share with you guys. I think men just have that authority where they're like they never ever want to know that you were with someone else. I think that's that ego thing that men, but I think women are very guilty at times, most of the time actually, when they're angry. That's when we start to use those,
yeah, comparison.
like those memories. It's not even positive, it's just trying to make the other person feel bad about something that they're not doing or that we think they should be doing. And that's where I think is harmful to the relationship. But if it's where, let's just say we went to Washington D.C. where we're standing under the monument, and I'm like, oh, I remember in the past I came here before, And then I just leave it as that. And then the person asks me, let's say my husband asked me and said, oh, you came here before, who you came with? So if I share that, that's kind of harmless because you asked me. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to say, I don't think people should be too specific with their memories when they're sharing it, especially when it has to do with another partner that you were with, because you don't know how your current partner is going to take it. And then I think it should be talked about once and just be done with. It shouldn't be something that should be repetitive, because when you
So,
keep talking about it, you're still living in the past and you still you want that relationship. That means you haven't really gotten over that, and you should have before you brought somebody else in my opinion.
so
Yeah.
that's a illustration I have here.
Yeah.
That a relationship that completed today was destroyed because of memory. You know,
Wow.
yes, that these two persons met, and in that, when you meet newly, the kind of a honeymoon and the kind of
Yeah.
sweetness of it. So the lady start to go further, saying that, look, I really enjoyed our relationship because the past relationship I had used to beat on me. He used to do a lot of stuff, you know, because the guy was so serving, so caring. So really, really, it was true that the past relationship was so much bad. But then after a while, like some little confusion and small things start coming. One night she looked at the man and told the man, say, my past relationship, even though you used to beat me, but it was better than what you're doing to me today. The guy said, what?
What?
Everyone could tell me, say, your past relationship was worse. And if you say the past relationship is better, was better than today, it means there is no love there for me. So I don't think we can make it. The lady try everything. The guy say, I'm sorry. You can get your past relationship. And today that was it. So sometimes when you get into a newly, you gotta leave some room. I know some people can be
Right.
too deep. So people who listening, sometimes these are experience, okay? You gotta be
Right.
careful how you go far with explaining, those things. So like when you make a little comparison, it could turn it, the boat upside down.
Right. I agree because I think, like what you just shared, people look at it as a little thing, but
Right.
those are those things that really will destroy your relationship.
So,
Especially, like, I think I know a lady that shared with us when she was much younger. She got married, and it was all fun because there was no kids involved. They were always traveling. It was always fun, but that relationship, she knew it wasn't gonna last. So they divorced, and then in her much older, like her mid 30s, she met her husband, and then they started having arguments, and she started to talk about, that young relationship she was in, her previous marriage. She doesn't even know why it ended, blah blah blah. But she said her second husband now got really upset and filed for divorce and said if it was so good, then go back to it. So finally, she's like in her mid 40s, about to be 50, and it's really difficult for her to get relationships. So she always advised us at my job. So she always advised us and said that when there are certain seasons of your life that certain things are good for you, and you can have all the fun in the world, but when you get into something serious, you should really be careful with how you speak and what you say, and be careful with how the other person is going to take what you're saying, because at the end of the day, you might say something that triggers someone, and then now they don't want a relationship. And that's a relationship that actually could have been beneficial for you, but you destroy it with your own self memories, things that you want to live in, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, look,
Hmm.
sorry, God. Look, I know we ain't got no beside the exception of those little children, but they ain't ready. I mean, it's a family base, but we gotta be. I mean, we have to be realistic here. So let's look at sex as a memory, bed, intimacy as a memory. Let's go a little deeper. So my co-worker, this white guy, he had this lady, they were together. And he said, they were together for I think 2 years. And one day this lady just stood in front of him, do you know that? And I'm telling you guys, seriously, Do you know that all those years, and I'm gonna be a little upfront. She said, do you know that all those years we were together, you never made me come? Yeah. You said the guy, yeah, I'm telling you, Peterson, the guy said he told. Then she started saying because he's a white guy and she had a black guy before. She said, oh, he used to do this to me. You know, all those kind of like, yeah, calm down, go all kinds of things. The guy said he stood there. The guy said, oh, you know, we met, you know, we got nothing much to do with the work, we sit down. So he was telling me that, you know, he said, he was asking,
Right.
go and what's the difference? So I said, look, I'm just a normal person. Then he started telling me. He said he felt very bad. That lady told him all those 2 years they were together. He thought everything was fine. The lady told him, he said, after they left, after they separated, he said, all those times you were together with this guy, you used to do this, he used to contact, he used to do this, he used to do that to me, and you are nothing close to him. So he said he was angry. He said,
Wow.
yeah. Because number one, he said he was so angry he went racial. He said because he black and he got no job. The man jobless, the man go to jail. the man so all the effort he's supposed to take to have a job. So he felt bad. So I think sex is the problem. I mean the thing about those memory, that kind of memory is because it's more psychological.
Right.
No mentor. So women really, and feel, trust me, that's one of the things that breaks a lot of relationship. Because the
I
women,
agree.
when it comes to finances, when it comes to other things, there are things you can work on. You can tell hubby, say, look, let's save this, me and this, me and my old relationship, we used to keep this girl. He will welcome it. Other things,
Right.
yeah, other aspect, other social aspect like cleaning the house, like make a schedule like or me and he used to do before. This week, this person clean the bathroom, we do this. He will be open to it. But when it
Right.
comes to the sex aspect, it's more psychological because there's something that at times some of us we can't just help it. You know what I'm saying? It's like we we want to put that extra time. We wish we could go an hour or like other men do, but sometimes age and other things and so many things on our mind, and then we start being compared to other people who maybe
Right.
maybe genetically, maybe they were just born to go 2 hours, or maybe I don't know, some people yeah, then now we start going deep, trying to look for medication, start searching
Right.
all those things, then it has serious problem on our relationship. So I think one of the for me, one of the memories that breaks relationship is intimacy, sexual
I
memory.
agree.
That's something that women, modern women ain't got time to throw it right at you. Back then when we were
Of course.
yeah,
Of
that's
course, they will tell you.
yeah, that they're weapon.
Of course, they will tell you.
Yeah, back then older people, they
John, how you doing?
yeah, society we grew up in, people will not say that, but right now they will throw it right at you. You remember for him and I 1 minute,
For 1 minute there.
That's
Is it
because
Rooster?
women used to
Rooster?
be scared.
So,
That's
Rosa,
that's because
Rosa,
women
thank
used
you
to be
so
scared.
much.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you people quickly because I have guests,
Okay.
Okay.
but it was a very very good illustration. Like that was what I was dodging until you say it's better to not do that kind of a comparison. Sometimes you press a different thing and it goes different way. But that was a very good illustration. But I wonder if you are closing this question I want to ask is
Uh-huh.
what could be the memory? Let's table that memory of I call it loving partners and
Mm-hmm.
look at
Uh-huh.
the memory you bring from parental background. What could be that memory that is good to share with your
Okay.
partners and as well that will strengthen you as you move about as a grown-up person? What memory you get from either your mom or your dad that will
Can I
really get you up there? So
can
that
I
that question I want us to play along with it because we have a lot of colleagues, we have a lot of teenagers who
Uh-huh.
always like play low on this memory. But
Right.
They are
Can
very
I?
good and they can help you to build yourself up.
Can
As I
I?
said, you
Exactly.
guys will be responding to that, but bye bye. I'm meeting people
Can
tomorrow.
I?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Can
much,
I?
Peterson. Thanks for having us real
Yeah,
quick.
Thank you.
thank you. Yeah,
Thank you
Can
so
yeah,
I?
much.
coming, Anna. Yeah,
Thank you, Peterson. Now that my
Welcome,
room is a
welcome,
little quiet.
Andrew.
Now that my room is a little quiet, let me
thank you,
quickly
Fee.
respond.
Most
Okay, go
welcome.
ahead. Go ahead.
So, I would say, definitely, growing up, I used to enjoy the fact that spending time with my parents, like, father being present in the home and helping us with our homework, going with us on family trips. Those family rituals was definitely an important one for me. It taught me how to be a family and how to rely on each other when we need something. Just having that listening ear as a parent, like when something happens with me at school, or let's say I have my first period, I'll come and talk to my mom about it. Like, just being there, present, it's a memory that, and eating as a family and going to church every Sunday was something I cherish. Even now, it's a memory that I try to incorporate in my current relationship. You know, being
Yeah.
present, listening with the kids, playing with the kids, you know, and going to church every Sunday and going on trips, family trips.
Yeah. Those are very, very important ones. Thank you so much. Hey, Andrew, you're here. He ran away again. But I wanted to go to River Says Pro, what you said. When I was thinking about this topic, that was one of those things that really struck my mind because a lot of modern women, like they're so stuck on certain type of intimacy that they've had in the past that in my opinion, this is why there's so many single women. They're looking for that same, but I think women forget that as you get older, a lot of things that you thought was so important in a relationship is not as important as when you get older because there's a whole lot of things that have changed. Like I think I shared on here before, I used to be thinking like, oh, when I get married, my husband will never ever ask for this, ask for that, ask for X, Y, and Z. Like the whole dream you have in your head I will be the best wife and do this. But then when you get married and you're in your home, there's a whole lot of things that goes on because you haven't lived in that moment before. You don't know what's going on. So you have to kind of like adapt to what's going on and respond to that. But sex is definitely one of those memories that I think modern society, especially modern women, have really gotten it all messed up that they have to have that interaction that they have with the first person before, they want to have it in whatever relationship they're in. And if they can't get it, that relationship doesn't serve them. So they're leaving. And I think that's what's destroying a lot of family these days and leaving a lot of people by themselves. You see a woman, she have had her kid. Like I said, I watch these dating shows because I really want to understand what's going on now in like the dating world, which kind of helped me too to come up with some topics sometimes. But it's kind of like I saw a lady, she just had her child, 2 years old. The baby is like a year, almost two. And then she and the father's not together and she's looking for a new relationship. And then they ask her, she's like, well, the intimacy level after I had my child wasn't the same. Like, really? You're going to leave the relationship because the intimacy level is not the same? I get it. Some people have higher, sex drive and some people don't. But that's something that you can talk about. If it's just happening right after you have the child, maybe it's your hormones that's asking for more and that person can't live up to it. This is where you have to wait for your body to actually, because that's a lot of hormones you go through when you have children. So you have to wait for that time period that the doctor gave you instead of you just being emotional and breaking up the relationship because one, intimacy level didn't serve me anymore, so I'm done. And I'm like, wow, is it that easy for people to just walk away because the sex is not the same? That's bad. So those memories, absolutely, I agree. That's number one. That's one of those memories that really are killing the relationship, and I'm glad that you pointed out. Hey, Andrew, are you there? Andrew's busy.
Fee, before Andrew come in quick. So
Uh huh.
yeah, let me flip it on it because I've had friends who say, "Oh, this is my girlfriend. She's not appealing." So I
Oh
mean,
wait, your owners recognize me. Say Andrew, then everybody have flowing, nobody feel
yeah,
not
because
to
yeah,
Oh,
show
because
us me.
no, it's not that
yeah, because you're
I'm there.
Canada,
Wait a minute,
because,
yeah. I've
because
been
you're,
here. I
Ca-
was saying you're talking,
because,
you can't say anything.
because you're Canada people, you're no stability. You keep going up and down. So so how your women feel too? Like if a man, I don't know if I know like there are women and men, and I mean it's not just we can't just put everything on the women. Some men,
right,
some men try to break women down too, talking about, oh, you're not appealing, you're not, you don't, and like you said, women sometimes they have their children, some of them go through surgery, a lot of things, so they're not as as adventurous as they used to be before prior to having children. But then
right,
that man, because he came from a place where he could do what all he wants. Now he come to this new relationship and his expectation is high. But the woman telling, whoa, 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 come here, break. I ain't got look. I'm not. I'm not a person. So I think women go through that too, and where their relationship, they're struggling, they're trying to appease the man because they want to hold their relationship, but then
right,
but the man he got out. That's that. I wouldn't say sick memory because that's just something he kind of, he got it when with him, that fantasy. He still got it. He tried to bring it on to the other because as he see the other woman, he imagined his previous relationship. So as much as he loved his previous relationship, so he tried to bring that memory in there. That all the stuff
right,
he used to do before, he tried to export it or import it, bring it right in there and think he's still with the old person. And then that
right.
put a lot of pressure on the woman because when the woman try to say no, they say you let all your friends, I think that one old lady, you this and that, and then it put a lot of strain on the woman too.
It does.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, let's let the co-host that show up late to the party talk.
Yes, let me mute.
Anything you leaving you. But I agree, River says, bro. I absolutely agree. Women go through the same. All right, so what you gotta say? What you been asked?
Well, thank you again for the show for another beautiful day today. Um,
You're welcome.
it's important that we come here every day to discuss things that happen in our world every day, and especially things that happen when it comes to our daily life, social things that happen in the society every time that we follow. So I've been following the discussion. I've been, though I did not into depth with it because I was in and out doing something. But blatantly, I would say the topic on discussion is crucial,
Right,
and I would say it is harmful and it is detrimental. Yeah, memories of past relationship into the current one, it poses stress on the current relationship, regardless which side you are from, whether you the man or you the woman. But holding on, either the partner who is holding on to past memories of relationship and want to bring it into the current relationship, I think it is harmful. It is detrimental to the relationship. That is not good. You can be in a relationship with somebody today, and then you want to say, "Oh, when I was in the relationship with this person, such and so thing needs to happen. Such and so thing needs to happen. The person needs to do this. The person needs to do that." But you are not doing it. So for me, it is detrimental to any relationship, and because of that, if you do it, then obviously it will create a serious problem into your relationship. And I think people need to start thinking, out loud, when it comes to the kind of stuff
Oh, we can't hear you. Can you still hear him? He mute.
It looked like he frozen or he mute something.
Yeah. Andrew, I'm gonna take you out so you can come back.
So,
Yeah. He'll
oh,
come back on.
and
Oh,
Anna said, yeah. So,
he's
yeah,
back
go ahead.
on.
Yes. What did you
Andrew,
say?
you okay?
What did you say? Sorry.
No, it looks like you guys are frozen. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm about to step out of the house. Go pee. Go
Okay.
pee. You don't have to
Okay.
announce it. Go pee. Go pee. Go to the
Okay.
party.
Okay. Yeah, so as we were saying, right? Let me mute Anna. I think she's a little busy. As we were saying, when we think about memories, I think that's one of those things people are like, oh, what are they talking about? People don't really think into it. I think a lot of people just like, oh, why would a relationship end over that? But it's really psychological because if someone is not fully healed and they got into that relationship thinking that that relationship will help them heal and move on, which I think a lot of people do. You hear the saying, the best way to get over someone is to get under someone else, which is bad. But if you're coming into a relationship and you haven't really fully healed and you're coming with all those baggages and then you're holding on to good, bad, all the memories, anything somebody do, it's kind of like a problem for you, which can cause a lot of problem for the other person, which now I feel like you're creating bad memories for this person as well, that when they go to another relationship, they're taking it with them, which is a chain reaction, right? So I come to you, I'm gonna get whatever it is I'm getting from you. I go to somebody else, transmit it, and that person gets something else from me and transmit it. People are not looking at it that way, but mental health is something that everybody's talking about, but they're not seeing where these are coming from. It might seem harmless to you, but it's something that's very, very detrimental to somebody else's mental health. So it's very important to know like what type of memories we're sharing and also understand, is that person ready for that memories? Are they the one asking, or you're offering that memories to them, or you're doing it just to be crucial to them because they hurt you. Now you want to hurt them where it's bad. And I think both men and women do that. Like you said, men are very fond of saying, oh, you're not a spring chicken anymore, or you're not like the way I met you. You don't look that way. Instead of trying to work with the person to do that, they done. So let me share one thing, right? There
Yeah.
was a young lady that we used to hang out together, and I remember her. She said something long time ago. She's like, I don't get into a relationship where the person is not ready to explore every option in bed. And I'm like, wow. So if somebody, she's like, well, they have to be very, very open minded, adventurous, and not be regular. And she went through a lot of relationships because she said that person hasn't met her expectation, because the first guy she ever dated it exposed her to so many things, and she couldn't imagine being in a relationship that someone couldn't do those things. And so she kept jumping from one relationship to another. And those are memories that we don't really think about, but those are things that really destroy human beings, because you have this expectation that you experience once, and now you call it like the one and for all for the rest of your life to experience it, and you keep finding yourself going places, and that can affect not just you but the other family member that you created along the way. So definitely memory, it can be harmless, but it's very, very
So,
detrimental
so,
to
so, so, so,
everyone.
so, Fee, let me ask you. Can you tell? Can you tell if like somebody looks like you? I mean, like physically.
Not really, but I met a girl before that. I think we kind of look alike, but
Okay.
everybody kept saying we look the same. But when I looked at her, there were some features we don't look the same. We ended up meeting each other in the hospital because everywhere I turned, they're like, "You're twins." She's a she's a therapist in the hospital. Everywhere I turn, they're like, "You were just here. Are you the therapist? You're coming to see the patient?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." So when I finally met her, there are some features we look the same, like body shape wise, like But when you actually look at the face, we don't look the same. You know?
Okay. So okay, I want to draw the I just want to draw a little thing for this question. So yeah, I mean, does it seem weird, or I mean, do you have a problem with, how like some guys say their former relationship look just, and they try to find, and that memory is in their head, and they try to find person of that same or look, physical appearance,
Yeah.
characteristic, the same, almost probably the same profession if possible, the same look, and the next thing you look for, you think you know the guy, but when you go look at his ex picture, she dressed just like you. she she
That
dressed like
actually
you.
That's
happened
why
to me
relationships
before.
like that would not work.
Huh?
Because that's why those kind of relationship will not work, because nobody wants to look like someone's ex, right? You don't
Okay,
want to
let me
look
finish
like
my thought. Sorry, my you know
you don't want to look
it's,
like someone's ex,
it's my
especially
computer.
if
So
the reason why you're an ex is because something was not working, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
if you choose the same person or the same type of girl, you will end up in the same way you were before, because there was a reason why, even though they're different people, but there's a high probability that when people dress the same or behave the same, they are the same people,
Hmm.
even though they're a different person. I don't
Really,
know if that
Anna?
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you let the host finish his thought.
Oh, go ahead.
So
Sorry, Andrew. Go ahead,
okay,
boss.
sorry again. I had to go off. I don't know how I got off. I think this the computer. Hey Anna, today I already seen your face. Real.
she's a real queen, African queen.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so but again, welcome, beautiful Anna. Okay, and like I was saying, right? The it is, for me, it is detrimental to the relationship. It is harmful. It is not harmless. It is detrimental, and the people who can speak the big grammar there, they say have the proclivity,
Mm.
you know, to in fact, it's tantamount to destroying relationship. We use all of the words tonight.
You okay also? We have to go
Yeah,
define that word.
yeah, it's tantamount to destroying the relationship, holding on to past memories. For me, I don't even like it. Don't even you don't close to me. You don't have to discuss. You don't have to discuss with near me. Be talking about your own past, your relationship. Don't even see it near me. Oh, the person, the myself, myself going on, blah 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 blah. Don't even talk it to me. I don't even want to hear it, because those things, when you try to say something about it to somebody, to your partner, the partner tend to think different way. Like, why is he or she saying this to me? Because the moment you bring in past relationship, memories of past relationship into the current one, what happens? The individual involved, whosoever, feel insecure. What am I doing that I'm not doing best that this person done before? But if you have that thing, why did you leave the relationship and come jump into this one? So, in my view, it is good. In fact, it is detrimental to killing a relationship. It is bad. It is not good. It is not good to think about your past memories, because if you want to maintain a steady relationship, if you want a relationship to continue, you don't live about your past. And that's why people always say, don't talk about the person's past. Talk about his current situation. So when it comes to the relationship issue, don't talk about the past. I don't look at people past. For me personally, I don't care what you did in the past. I prefer the present. Just live in the present. But when you start to bring on issues from the past and want to do comparison between the past relationship to the current relationship, and you say, oh, When John Bryan and myself together, or when Mary Annie and myself was together, he or she used to do X, Y, and Z. At the time, they do that. At the kind of time, they do the same. And once the other person is not doing this one, the person feel insecure and they start to think of something there. I'd rather leave this relationship and go into another relationship where I will get peace. That nobody will be telling me about my. No one is perfect though. Everybody has their past. But you cannot keep bringing your past into the current relationship and intending to hold on to a steady relationship and you want a relationship to grow. For me, it is not good. It kills a relationship and it will destroy it forever. And at the end of the day, somebody will regret their action.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. So your wife,
Absolutely.
so your wife told you to she said, say your new relationship, you go into a new relationship, and then bam, she tells you, I want you to change your cologne, because she, the old the col the cologne says she used it from the other guy. You got your own cologne, you got Andrew, you've been using for years. And then and then
No,
it's telling
first,
you,
I understand from where you're going, right?
yeah,
You really tell me because John Brown used, maybe a different kind of cologne,
yeah,
and then you feel that that cologne scent is nice. No, no, no. For me,
uh-huh.
some cologne scent, some of the scent very offensive. Some
Mm.
people don't like it. So if you give me a reason, so I don't like this scent you are using, but when you want to tell me say the cologne you're using, it's not fine because John Brown are using X number of cologne, then when you bring it to me now, it's a trouble you want to bring in. But if the scent is offensive and having like, for instance, you person suffering from asthma,
Mhm.
nobody want to use someone like how like offensive if it's nice and very nice, but some of the scent can be too strong that it
Mhm.
can
Right.
affect those that saw you. So with
Okay,
that one,
okay.
and you say, "Oh, this is a situation I don't like it." I have a friend. You don't spray. When you spray, you gotta open the whole window. You got the asthma issue.
Yeah, but that's true, guys. I know Anna will come in, but the memory thing. I'm sitting here thinking like, cause I have seen people, and and I don't know how ladies feel like, he buys you a car in the same color as the ex. You get together. The man buy you the same car, fee. The man bought your boyfriend. He buy you the same bag that the ex had before. The man buy you a
Right.
bag, and the same thing. Bam! You go on a party. You see the ex. She got the same great car with everything on. That memory, the man cherished that memory so much that, I mean, as weird as it is, but there are some memories that, I think, to me it's kind of psychologically weird for people to do, to do stuff like that. If you live in a relationship, like Andrew said, but I've seen people do that a lot. I've seen, a friend of mine, I think he bought something for this girl, and when the girl looked, the same thing his ex had, yeah, his ex, the same, I don't know, it was something in, but oh, she snapped, she got angry, she went, yeah, the same thing, I think it was a Gucci something, the same, so he tried to,
The same color.
yeah, same. I think the same color, the same material. So like everything he was doing for that girl, he was like kind of like, things that he and that lady did before. Even when they go to restaurant, the girl come to
Same
my wife.
restaurant.
Yeah, she come to my wife. Women talk. Sometimes I just pretend like, yeah, she will come and say that.
Ah,
Oh,
you and my husband haven't seen you. Be
yeah,
acting like y'all listening.
exactly. He said he liked the restaurant because that's where, take the lady to the same restaurant that he used to go with the ex. So feed those kind of memory. How can you in a relationship? How can you defeat, or how can you even suppress that kind of memory for such a man that is bent on a lot of things he's doing is just predicated upon, things that he did with his own people. How can you, I mean, is there a way for you that you will say, you know what, enough of this nonsense? Or you just like, you know what, maybe eventually I will take time to tell him, yeah, honey, I know you like this black bag and this bag. You're not gonna, maybe you don't want to tell him, look, don't bring out your ex stuff to me, but you will say, look, maybe you don't like this bag, but I will prepare this stuff. So how do you break such a thing if it is his habit? He brought out memory from over there. Maybe it's a relationship that they broke apart because of some reason, something, maybe circumstances, maybe not as bad as as other relationships are. maybe they lost contact, traveling, and other things. So how do you break such a habit from the man trying to follow that footstep of the restaurant, the birthday, like everything they give he buy is just like the whole everything. How do you break that fee?
That's a really tough one, but to his defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say some men don't know how to buy gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And when they figure out how they've already mastered that and the other person like it,
Mm-hmm.
they just assume that one formula fits all. So
Okay.
I'm just being a devil's advocate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say and we talk about strategic communication here before, right?
Yep.
That would be a great moment to kind of like communicate those things. Maybe bringing this to our attention to kind of understand what did he say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe instead of you getting mad, at least his gesture of buying you a gift, you should appreciate that. But then also start thinking, does he know what he's doing, or is he doing it on purpose? Is he telling you I'm buying this because my ex used to like it and I think you would like it too? Then that's a problem. But if he just bought it for you and then maybe he doesn't know how to buy gifts for women and he has assumed, if she liked it, you're a woman too, you're probably gonna like it, so he buy it. So now if you have a conversation saying, hey, I understand you're doing me you're buying me a gift and I really appreciate it. But have you noticed your ex-girlfriend has the same thing? Are you deliberately doing this on purpose, or you just don't know how to buy a gift? You don't know what I like. Maybe ask me what I like and then you can purchase that. But not sometimes it's hard for us to communicate that because it's already right in your face and you're like, wait, your ex had this and you buy it for her, now you're buying me the same. But for me in that situation, I'll ask a question. Hey, you know, you do know that you bought these the same bags for your ex. They have other brand and other colors you could have purchased for me. And then see what he says. If he says, "Oh, I'm buying it because it looked good on her and I think it looks better on you," no, you're comparing me. I don't appreciate that. If you're buying gifts for me, ask me what I like. Or if you don't know what I like, take me together. Let's go purchase the gift. I don't want to be matching with your ex because it's very noticeable. So that way you communicate. And I think that's part of it too, because some memories that are shared, people are not communicating. They're just talking. And that's why I say it's good to know, what are you talking about? Is it even interesting to this person? Do they even care about it? And how is it going to help your relationship that you're talking about it? If it's not going to help your relationship, I don't think that's something that should be discussed. Or if it's something for your own good, don't do it. Know the time and place you're talking about that it actually fits in. Because if you don't know that, then you're going to destroy your relationship where it's harmless.
But fees. So
Uh-huh.
let's be a little. Let's get to the emotional aspect of it. What if the ex was deceased and you are kind of like filling the gap of that person? Say he sees you as, maybe she, died of some natural causes, but he misses her so much. He misses her so much. But he sees when every time he sees you, yeah, maybe you're not a cause for them, for them, to,
Yeah,
for
you
them to,
remind you
yeah,
remind.
you're there, but he sees you, you're a modest person, you're a nice person, and maybe you and the wife have similar characteristic, respectful and other things. He said, oh yeah, maybe I think this person will, and sometimes men will know, we can see women, we can look at their movement, look at their speech, their top pattern and other things, you can tell, so what if and you are the person that is filling that gap, and then because he misses her so much, so like I said, he's still doing a lot of the things they used to do together. And I mean, though, I mean,
Right.
you say, oh, me and let me just use a name. Me and Sarah used to go to this restaurant. Me and Sarah used to do this every weekend. We go and sit down by the park. We used to feed these geese, you know, and those things. And even a gift he buys, maybe not identical, but like something that would be in that same direction. Emotionally now, you remember he's trying to transition. Like you said, I'm one of that one way traffic man. I don't when we go to one restaurant, and I one restaurant. I know, yeah, for me, I be asking one of my coworkers, how do you know all these food places? Like, so yeah, I'm a one person. So like you said, some people just don't know how to buy. Some people don't know multiple selection process. So if you know that, and you are that person that put in a role, what would be, and you know that he's doing it deliberately, but because he misses her and he think you are that person, what would be your reaction when it comes to the way he's bringing in that memory? Let's say financial, emotional. Let's say a lot of things, man. A lot of things they did together before. What would be your reaction when you kind of like play along with the role for certain time and then kind of like change pattern, or because this man just lost his word. You don't want him to kind of like yeah, get frustrated already. What will you do in that situation?
That's a great question. That's a really good one too, because it's really tough. Um, I've seen this in real life, actually. I've worked with a lady where she was dating someone who has just lost their partner. And, she was trying to be so helpful and understanding, just be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't work out because it's not going to work out because we're all human beings.
Yeah.
And there's a certain amount of time you can actually live in that moment. And you can't say you're going to put yourself on hold for somebody to complete their grieving process. So that's why it's okay to be friends with a person, but not try to engage into a relationship. So for me in that situation, if that's a person, let's say he said, yes, I'm ready to jump into a relationship and I know I like him and I understand. For the time being, of course, you don't want to hurt his feelings because he's still grieving. You would accept it, but for how long? I would let you know and say, for now, I know you're going through this process and I'm willing to be here for you with you. But I want you to look at me as an individual too. And I get it, you're grieving, but I am an individual of my own. And I'm different from this person. And I understand that every part of your life, every aspect of your relationship going forward, you're always going to have that memories. That's why I said it's in reality, people are okay with memories from someone that's deceased, but it's hard for people to accept the one that are alive because I guess maybe the person's still, visibly available that they're thinking, there might be a possibility of cheating and all that, right? But then now this person, but I think the most difficult part is when the person is deceived, in my opinion, because you can never ever fill that void. That person will always have that. And that relationship, in my opinion, never succeed unless that person have actually healed and understand how to live with that grieving, have gone through the grieving process on their own and accepted it and know that this person's no longer here, and if this person was here, this is how they would want me to live my life, not forgetting them, but also know that how to distinguish that relationship they had to the other one, because that's hard because you can't put that on me. I can't be here to say, oh, it's okay. I will play Sarah's role because I'm playing Felicia's role. This is who Felicia is. Felicia can never ever be Sarah. Maybe I can try to, remind you of how caring she was. I have those, but I want you to look at me as an individual and not look at me as Sarah that was here before, and Sarah has lived her life and I have given you all those memories that I can never replace. I can only come and build onto that memories that you already have, but I don't want you to keep bringing it to me. So for me in that situation, as much as you was try to compare me to Sarah, I would try to make you to understand that one, I want to be here as a friend. Maybe it's not the right time for us to have a relationship, but I want to be here as your friend and be your supporter to understand that, you're still going through a grieving process. And if I can be here as a friend that reminds you of Sarah then that's okay. But in order to be into an intimate relationship, I don't think that would be very, very healthy and safe for the other person, because the other person will try to be living in another person's footstep and not fully give themselves into that relationship. So in those type of memories, I don't think it's okay to start a relationship. I think it's better for that person to really go to counseling and really try to understand the whole grieving process surrounding death, and
True.
then grieve and sit and then be healed from that. But also knowing that that person was there for that purpose, and now they're no longer here. They've lived their life and they're ready to move on. But that would be a huge, huge deal breaker in a relationship. You can just be
True.
a friend to that person, and it will never ever work to me. Because the lady that shared her story with me, she tried so hard to make that relationship work, and it came down where she was frustrated. They started arguing, and then the man started saying, "Oh, you're not this person that I thought you were." Started really degrading her, and that's not fair, because somebody can only take but so much and try to pretend to be someone else. So, yeah, to answer that question, definitely not. But as we try to close here, I want to go back to that question that Peterson asked. What are those memories? Yeah, you were gonna say something, River says, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna go to the Peterson one. Samuel.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like before going to the Peterson one, yeah, it's like I know we talk about some of those memories that you know you just reminded me about that Whitney Houston song. I put myself
yeah.
aside to do things on your way. Now it's time for me to do it on my own.
On my
It's like,
own. Yeah,
yeah, it's like setting yourself aside. I mean, how much can you, feel you want to be free, if you want to dress the way, but you kind of living in somebody else's shadow. How long can you
yeah,
do that? It kind of mentally it's not right, because that's not you. It's like you're just trying to be who you are not, just to satisfy a situation, But as far as the memory, I, I just wanted to see some positive memories that we can. So we don't want to make the whole memory from our ex, to be overly negative.
negative. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, let's look for some positive attributes. And why and Fee, why are some? I know your hobby will be this. What some positive memory you took for your own relationship that you brought in? So I mean something. Oh, I mean for something that you said. Look, I mean not it doesn't have to be intimate. Maybe spending having
yeah,
maybe work rate in the house, maybe doing choices in the house. I mean, let's look at some positive memories that we took from our own relationship that we brought in, that kind of like maybe it did not, on the overall it did not, I mean, but on a smaller percentage it did help our growth in our relationship. Let's look at some positive memory that something positive
yeah. That's a tough one, because I was, in my opinion, now in
Mhm,
like 2024, when I really look at my previous relationship, and I only try to look at the one that was long term,
mhm,
because the ones in college where you date for a few months and then you break up with them because you're like, nah, mm-mm.
mhm, mhm,
Those ones, I would say, the only thing I would say I learned from that one was being consistent with who you are, because, like, if I said I'm gonna do something, I should rise up to that occasion and get it done.
mhm.
Um, Something positive I would say, from, because my to be really honest, and I'm not trying to badmouth anyone, but my previous relationship, I did not really have anything really positive. I had no business being in that relationship, to be really honest, other than, oh, we look good together and people like us together. That was it. But if I'm being really honest, I guess I could look at something else. He did spoil me with gifts.
Okay.
He did buy me gifts, but then my husband too buy me gifts. But if I'm really looking at memories that I really, really remember, I don't really have good memory. And I'm being really, really honest. If I think about now today, like things that I know now compared to before,
Before,
I don't
I
really
don't
have a
really
good
have a good
memory.
memory.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I hear
Yeah,
myself
somebody.
echo.
Yeah, Fee, let me come back. Somebody, I getting call from Liberia.
Okay. Maybe I can mute you, then that would work. Yeah, so I don't really have good memory other than, oh, he used to buy me gifts, and if I wanted something, I ask for money, he'll give it to me. But other than that, not a really good memory that I can sit here and say, oh, we used to do this together. Because like I told you guys, I was one of those girls. I think when I started dating, I knew what I already wanted, and if people was not meeting those goals, I didn't waste my time. I break up with you. Pretty much. I didn't really date early on. I didn't start dating till like probably around 19, 20. And when I really started to understand relationship and I knew what I wanted out of it, no. There was a gentleman that I talked to briefly, which I honestly thought I was going to end up with. And I'm thank God I didn't. But I think that would have been one of the worst relationship in my entire life. And I'm glad that, I didn't end up in that relationship, because there was a lot of deceit and lie, and that person pretended that they really liked God, understood their religion, and was all about God, but in reality, things they were doing didn't really align up with that. And I'm so glad that I didn't even partake in that relationship. We didn't even go a date in that relationship. So, and everything came full from. But if I could share some good memories that I would say people should look forward to, that you can share, maybe family structure, like how you want your family to be and how family oriented that person was. That's very, very important. I can share some good memories that I have in my current relationship, and I'm not even saying that just because we're together, but in my current relationship, something that I would say we're a full partner, and we put the family first. And that was something that has been always important to me, even before I started a family. Something that I wanted a partner that we both can sit and agree on something. We can talk about it and we say, yeah, that's what we're doing. And it's a team effort and we are fully on board with it. So that is a good memory to share, especially if you're, let's say you're coming from another relationship with a child or children in there, and you're used to that partner being there with the kids and just being full front hands on helping with the kids, and changing diaper, running errands, and doing laundry, just household stuff, doing it together as a family.
I think the co-host will be punished.
We will really punish you all. I think that's a good memories to bring along into your relationship, but just knowing how you're expressing that in the relationship, instead of just saying, "Well, my ex used to help with the children."
I
So,
know here. Has she gone back?
yeah, the network. I think she's driving, so
Yeah.
the network is not stable. River Says Pro had a little issue. Somebody was calling, so but we're about to close. We just want to
Yeah. No,
stand on that
yeah.
that question that Peterson asked. What if we were to share? I know you're like, no memories is good. I don't want to hear it. Don't share it with me because we're here to build a new one, and I don't want to. I don't care about it. But there are some memories that you
You
can
can
incorporate.
you can share the positive side. You can share the
Okay.
positive.
So what would you say is positive that it's okay for someone to share?
Well, when it comes to a relationship matters,
Mm-hmm.
no one is perfect, like I said, right? And I will
Yeah.
always maintain my stance that no one is perfect. But when it comes to that, some of the positive things that you need to bring into the current relationship is the pieces of advice, the positive pieces of advice a person will give. Well, for instance, when it comes to family savings, so maybe in that relationship, one of the partner was not extravagant. They were always like managing the resources, little resources they have.
Right.
And then when you get into another relationship, you tell the other person, look, when I was in this relationship, that person helped me to build this thing because they
Right.
were able to manage our finance it. So I think if we do that, because if you see the other person going the other way, then you call them to attention. If you do that, it will not be good. I think it's good for us to manage because when I was in this relationship, John Brown or Peter Paul or Annie Herring and myself, they, we managed the resources. In fact, even I gave her, if you the man speaking, even if I gave her $200, she's gonna spend that $100 positively in a way that it will benefit us. Vice versa.
Right.
Those, that one of the positive part there. One of the positive memories is the way the person take onto your family members.
Yes.
The way the person take on, the way your partner take onto your family members. If the other partner is not taking onto your family member, you say, hey, I will appreciate, because you're not talking to aggravate the person, but we appreciate,
Right.
good for us to visit one another for our parents, let go to them. And so those are positive things, that you take from the other relationship that you bring it into the other relationship that the other person can learn from. But if you just leave this one open and you just start looking the negative side, they're trying to make other people feel bad. Obviously, you cannot kill your own relationship.
Right.
Yeah, that's one thought on that.
Thank
You want me to
you.
go?
That's actually really good. I agree. I think, and also like just knowing how to communicate that. Don't do it when someone is angry, right? Like if someone's already messing up and they feel bad already, don't try to knock them down. Maybe, oh, I see that you're struggling in this area, but when in the past, this is what we've been able to. I was able to work with my ex to do this. Then also, it could also comes off as comparing too, because then the woman may be like, so if your wife or if your ex were good at it, why you stay with her? Women in their mouth, right? So
They will always say that. They will always say that. Even the men will
yeah,
always say that too. Some of the men will always say that, and the women will always say that. But
yeah,
we're talking about combining the positive vibes that you take from your own
right,
relationship and bring
right.
it to the one here. Say, look,
I agree.
this one happened like this, but you are not going to do something that will aggravate your partner. You're trying to say, oh,
Yeah,
this person was far better than you. You see, when you're trying to bring the positive aspect to the person, don't
don't
do
put
the
negative.
comparison that you say, oh, the person was far better than you when it comes
You,
to this. No, 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 no.
yeah,
Don't say that. Say this person used to do it this way, and I think when we do it this way, it will be okay for us. You know,
right.
I don't want you to be spending money up and down. The person not used to spending money that way. I know the person is, stingy or me, but it's not that. So the tone in which you tell your partner
Yeah,
will help to build the relationship. But
I
if you
agree.
tell your partner in a positive tone or in a tone that is, welcoming, then obviously you're going to kill your own relationship. But in my own conclusion, in my own view,
Mhm.
every relationship has its own problem. But
Right.
how can that relationship survive? It can survive based on a mutual understanding and respect that each partner has for each other.
Yeah.
And then when the other person is bringing into the old relationship, he or she will bring things that will help them build the relationship, not things that will destroy the relationship. Because if you're telling me, if he say, oh man, that man, he used to do X, Y, and Z. You know how much money he used to give me? You know how much this he used to do me? You know what he all he used to do for me? When you start comparing him with that, a man will run on anything.
Right.
A
Are
man
you
will,
currently going there for money?
yeah. A man will start running the planet thing. Oh, so women. Oh, so this is how it work. No, no, no. It shouldn't be that way. So on
Yeah.
that note, my conclusion statement is that negative memories in relationship destroy the relationship. That is detrimental to to building a successful and fruitful relationship when you bring any negative memories. But on the surface, I think it's good to not bring about past memories into your relationship. If you bring a
Yeah.
past memory, it should be positive one that the person that you are sharing with, the person will be willing to accept and learn from it. But other than that, when you just bring up memories in comparing people about their deeds and what they did, and that the other person is not doing it, then obviously you want to destroy that relationship. On that note, I want to thank you so much for tonight's show. I enjoyed the topic and looking forward to another beautiful one on tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Anna. Thank you to Riverside Pro. Thank you to Peterson. And thank you to Andrew for coming on. It was a really, I think you said it all. I don't have anything else to add to that closing other than thank you guys for coming on. Let's just remember memories are what made who we are. It's just how we shared them, right? And how are we incorporating that into our daily lives? How is it affecting those around us? And when you're sharing those positive memories, you need to always look at people body language. How are they accepting it? Is it going down well or is not? And then you need to change your tone or just anything you're communicating with people is very, very important that you're aware about what's going on in that moment. Like how that person is your message going across? What is your end goal? Is that person accepting what you're saying? Are they not? Are you looking at how they're responding? And then what is something you can change? I think that will make the memories or whatever it is you're sharing, if it's positive or negative, because you can kind of see people bad at mechanics to start to tell, oh, this person, this is not going great. Let me stop, you know. But other than that, just want to say thank you so much for all of your support as we tomorrow will mark a 1 year of running this show. I am super, super excited that we've come this far. I think we could be a little bit more structured and consistent. Again, I'm working on my end. Like I shared earlier, I will have a lot of flexibility in the next 2 weeks as I'll be mostly home during the day and teaching my little one. So I'll be a little bit more active online in the next 2 weeks. I'm so excited. My schedule was able to create a flexibility for me now because it's been a really hard year of trying to figure out this whole schedule thing. But I hope it will turn out great and that we can, be engaging even more. But thank you guys so much for all your support. Thank you for continually to support us as we move forward and we bring you guys great topics and we share our thoughts on it. So thank you.
Thank you. You just said something of the first anniversary. I think it's amazing to
Yeah.
have a very first anniversary. I don't know how we're going to do, like you said the last time, but
Yeah, we
that's
are we'll do it on the 7th, by the grace of God. Hopefully I will have some I've been going through, so that joint commission come and checks, for it's a crazy time when they come because they're breaking everything. They're checking everything. So we are in auto mood lately. Like I literally sleep at my job for the past weeks, trying to get everything, make sure things are okay so we can pass our inspection and credentials and things like that. So it's been really, 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 really,
yeah. But you
really
say
crazy.
you say you want to also do something like the
Yeah, so on the 7th, I want us to do like Q&A and I'm even thinking about the timing of this show now because before people said we should do it early. Now when we do it early, a lot of people don't show up. And I'm thinking like, where are the people that kept asking for us to move the show to another earlier time? Because, you know, it's allowed for me to do it early, but I guess we can keep this going because it helped me to kind of stay balanced for the night too. So, but I want us to do some question and answer, which people will call in and then they can win gifts. I want it to be people out of the U.S. please, because I don't want to give you a smaller gift and people tell me what kind of cheap gift, so I get it, please.
okay. Okay. But I will. You want me to call you maybe after the show, maybe in 10 minutes, so we can strategize and see how we're gonna go about it.
Yeah, can we do it tomorrow before the show? Because I'm about to get the kids together.
No problem. No problem. So we do
All
that.
right. Yeah. Because
Okay.
I want us to put, if I want us to put some questions together. The question can be about some of the topics we've had. I'm kind of giving hints of some people now. Some of the topics we've had. To see who remember our episodes and things, who are watching, who's engaging. But people have to be following the page and making sure they're sharing our shows as well.
Salome stopped following us for long. It's I don't know.
Huh?
Salome.
Oh, her schedule. She told me her schedule changed with school and then the new show time too. Because you know when we're here, they're sleeping still.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they're just waking up. And then she missed it. So that's some of the things, I don't know. I'm thinking about it because I really want us into our second year to be consistent and have some ground rules of when we're doing things and not to. That's why I really was fighting to have some type of consistency with my schedule so I can be, you know, for all the time that this podcast needs. But we'll get to it. Um, yeah, so thank you guys for a really, really great show. And, thanks to River Pro, like I said, thanks to you, Andrew, Anna, Peterson. I think this group has been very consistent. And, in the coming day, we're going to have to start making some ground rules because there are some things we're going to discuss behind closed door. I'll ask River Pro if you want to be in our um, group chat where we can come up with topics. It'll be really great. Also, you guys, our audience, it'll be great if you can share some topics with us. As you know, I think we've done almost 100 episodes of these. I have to go back and count. Because in the beginning I was doing 3 days, and then now
Yeah.
2 days. So I think I've done almost 100 episodes plus. So that's a lot of topics to come up with. So if you guys can help with whatever it is that you guys are interested in to share with us, that would be great. And then we can all share our thoughts on that. But other than that, see you tomorrow. And I'll have my
Yes,
little balloons over my head doing the celebration of 1 year. I'm excited. I can't believe I actually went this far, doing it every day. I'm really, really grateful with the help of everybody that jumped on. And hopefully we can take it to the next level when we're celebrating 2 years, we can be trending.
definitely, sure, definitely.
All right. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you, everybody. And
Yeah,
don't forget to share the show. Even when we're not live, you guys can still share and leave us a review. It's been 1 year. What do you think? Tell Facebook, what do you think about our show? All right. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow and talk to you tomorrow, too. Thank you, guys. And hasta la vista.